Okay, thank you very much for joining us in this live session. We can easily see that SOS is currently up 3.98%. At some point it was up by almost as much as 7% in the, I believe that was the post market of the 5th of April, but currently it is up 3.98% in this pre-market session of the 6th of May 2021. Momentum is waning, MACD below the signal line, because the stock has consolidated and it's currently trading below its short and intermediate trend lines, but above its long-term trend line. This is the long-term trend line. So let's see what the candlestick looks like. So it's looking quite bearish there, given that red candle there we're looking at. So let's return to the line type. So not very much is going on. We've been on very light volume at the moment. Yeah. If you just joined us, thank you very much again, and give us a thumbs up if you can. And we're just looking at SOS and more. So the other one is Prpo. Prpo is up 0.2%, not very much. Next one is Mlnd. Mlnd is up 5%. Mlnd Therapeutics nicely retraced, now trading in between the two short term trend lines we are looking at, or we have in this chart, which is the 10-day and the 20-day. So let's just look at Hofv, Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is up 3%, and it is consolidating in between its short and intermediate trend lines currently. SOS up 3.98%. So we just saw a recent Yahoo Finance video, and there was this guy Kevin O'Leary, I believe. He was talking about investing, talking about crypto coins, cryptocurrencies and all that stuff, rather cryptos. And he mentioned something about sustainable mining and all that stuff. So he also mentioned mining, or rather I think he considers the direction for him is to invest in crypto mining companies. SOS is obviously currently a crypto mining company, so he mentioned that he wouldn't, because of the current ESG drive going on in the US and indeed the world. He pointed out that he may not be advisable for a lot of investors to get involved with SOS, because not SOS, but with mining companies that mine in jurisdictions where there's disregard for human rights, the environment, and all that stuff. So he indeed pointed out that in China, you can practically mine or do anything you like as regards mining. So the point there is that with ESG of late, responsible mining, by that he means mining with mining using electricity that is sustainably generated and all that stuff. So he was in fact saying that in China and all that stuff, electricity is still generated with coal and all that stuff. So, but in the US, electricity is still very much generated with with unsustainable or rather environmentally degrading power sources. So I don't know what he's talking about. Okay. In any case, though, yeah, I mean, if it's that what is that's the point he was trying to make. So I'm not. Let's not get critical. You're just strictly addressing his point. So let's let me pull up that. Let me pull up the video. Let me pull up that video. Let's get. Let me pull up the video where I watched, and go to the history. Okay, let's look at the history here. Okay, that's him. I got it right. Kevin O'Leary says there's a big problem brewing in the cryptocurrency space. Kevin O'Leary. Okay, so that is basically what it's talking about. So that it's really does concern. It's as it concerns SOS. Not, I mean, SOS is relevant to that topic. But I don't think he's involved with the SOS or anything like that. So. But in any case, there are a lot of market participants who, are not exactly that concerned about ESG at the moment. Mainly the bulk of the retail investors currently are, there to make money. Not first of all before you're talking about ESG. So Kevin O'Leary and his cohort, they may have, they are more concerned about that. So yeah, currently. SOS is up 4.22%. It has extended slightly. As a matter of fact, it extended from here. This was where it was by the time when we started this session, and it reached 4.4599. Currently, it retraced down to 4.44 right now. So it's retraced back to where we started, 3.98% extension. So momentum has just collapsed. Volume is only at 300. Not even very much has transpired. Let's see whether we can get a bigger picture of the volume. Okay, this volume is not the accurate one. This is the volume for the previous session. That was the 5th of April, 5th of May. So we are here live. So this is the live session. And this is the live volume. This is the volume that has just crossed the tape, 500. So momentum is gradually picking up over there. So yes, thank you very much for joining us. Give us a thumbs up if you can. SOS up 4.22%. Let's see which other stock were we looking at. Prpo lost some of the gains it had earlier on this morning. Prpo, and you may have also heard that the Biden administration is now backing the relaxation of patent rules, so that more and more vaccines can be produced all around the world. I don't know how that will affect Prpo. Prpo, I think, makes test kits and all that stuff. Is selling test kits on Amazon. It was Co-Crystal, COCP. That I think Co-Crystal. Yes, I think it does concern it more. That patent relaxation, patent rules relaxation, I think will definitely affect Co-Crystal Inc. and indeed all the other pharmaceutical stocks involved in the production of COVID-19 vaccines. So let's see what's going on. SOS is now up 4.45% currently. It's been just all throughout this session broadly, it's been moving sideways. Yes. But momentum is very strong at nearly 100%. Yes, nearly 100%. But the MACD has not changed yet. Hasn't changed yet. So let's see whether we can add a volume study here for the weighted average. Okay, so we got that volume there, but it's not a nice one. Let's remove it. Let's add another volume, just simple volume. Okay, see, we have volume here now, quite flat at the moment, so let's see whether we can. Yeah, so volume is quite light in this pre-market session, so we can always remove it and bring it up when we need it. Yeah, so SOS, I think, is just slightly extending at the moment, currently trading at 4.47, $4.47. Yeah, I don't know if you have also come across this piece here written on Market Watch. It says SEC's Gensler hints at new rules aimed at Robinhood, Citadel, following GameStop's saga. The top financial regulator will testify today before the U.S. House Financial Services Committee. Amongst other things, I think it's saying the chairman, that's the chairman there, Gary Gensler, has directed staff at the agency to prepare for potential new rule making and enforcement actions related to the stock's recent short squeeze. Enforcement are related to recent short squeeze of shares in GameStop and other so-called meme stocks, which could affect app-based stockbrokers and the market makers that execute a growing share of retail trades in the US. According to prepared testimony for a Thursday hearing before the House Financial Services Committee, Gensler has directed his staff to request public input on new rules that could set boundaries on what sorts of rule or features online stockbrokers like Robinhood can employ on their smartphone apps, giving accusations that these features encourage overuse of the app. Many of these features encourage investors to trade more. Gensler will tell the committee some academic studies suggest more active trading and even day trading results in lower returns of the average trader. Yeah, say Robinhood and Citadel were thrust in the headlines in January after the broker and some of its competitors restricted purchases of GameStop's stock and other companies championed on social media, where users argued that they were being unfairly targeted by short sellers. Yeah. So yes, if you're there, thank you very much. You can give us a thumbs up if you can. So yes, SOS has been consolidating, and the volume weighted average price has caught up with it, but it has broken through that. So obviously you all know that it currently reported SOS reported revenue that was, I think, 330% more than what it had as of 2019. So, but that income was not associated with mining. It was mostly from its insurance business. But what was also pointed out, according to a monthly fool, their coverage of those earnings outcomes, the company did not disclose how many coins has mined, I believe, but they themselves pointed out a few figures, I mean, concerning what they have mined or not. But in any case, though, they also pointed out that mining the coins is also not exactly revenue. They have to be sold for the coins have to be sold for them to become money. So SOS is now up $0.2, that is, which is a gain of 4.68% currently in this pre-market session. Pre-market session of the 6th of May 2016. Sorry, 2021. Very sorry about that. Yeah. So if you're there, thank you very much for joining us. We're looking at a sideways movement of the 14 period slow stochastic oscillator, which measures momentum. So currently it is just moving sideways, but not falling flat, just sustained at, okay, just rose to 75% now or more. You can see the stock itself has continued to extend up for 5.15%. See, you will not see it here, but the MACD has also slightly edged away from its signal line, so it's still extending further. Oops, are we having problems with yeah, okay, fortunately. Oops. Yeah, up 5.39% currently. Volume has just increased to, it was at some point we saw 15,000 there. So trying to consolidate at $4.5. Okay, retracing downwards now. Okay, no, just momentarily retraced, but it's still sustained at that will be $4.5. Yes, currently momentum is just hovering above 80%, now at 86.3%. MACD significantly or clearly above its signal line. You can see that here. So the extension is on, up 5.62% currently now, cooling off a bit. Some amount of scalping is going on there. Yes, we have an extension of 5.62% currently. At some point we had up to 7% in this pre-market session, so but this is currently higher than anything we have seen of late. This is up 5.85% currently and extending. Momentum is at the max, currently overbought at the moment. Let's see whether we can add the RSI, relative strength index, and see. what that will indicate. Okay, RSI just very much like the 14 period stochastic oscillator. They are both doing the same thing. Currently, okay, they are not overbought at the moment. They are cooled off a bit. Yeah, currently extending up 5.85% currently. Extending further 6.09%. All the trend lines are very much bullish, apart from the volume weighted average price is still very much flat. The slope is, even though I don't think it's negative, but it's not steep. Extending further up 6.09%. Yes, you can actually, if you have this platform, this this desktop app, StreetMass Smart Edge from Charles Schwab, you can actually trade SOS live. Simply click on that that trade button, and it will bring this dialog box here. All you need to do is just select pre-market, and then you place your order. So that will enable you to participate in the pre-market session. So you can indeed participate in the pre-market session if you have this, and indeed your broker may have it as well. It may have a tool that will enable you to trade stocks in the post and pre-markets. So SOS is extending by 5.62%, extending from its price of $4.27. So it's currently trading at 4.51 right now. Momentum is improving. MACD is above signal line. Momentum is indicating the stock is slightly overbought at the moment. But it has been consolidating for some weeks now, so I guess the time is right, and it's recently announced its earnings outcomes. So we have a volume of 14 million there, 14,000, sorry, 14,000 there. So currently market participants are very much bullish concerning SOS at the moment. So if you're there, leave us a comment, tell us what you think, and you can even let us know any other stock you want us to have a look at. We're indeed looking at other stocks in this session, not just SOS. Prpo is up 0.59%. Mlnd is up 3.36%. Hofv up 3.85%. Okay, SOS has just slightly retraced, but has returned to that 5.8 5.85% extension. So the 10-day trend line is gradually catching up with the stock because it has been correcting and extending, so it has given the 10-day trend line, that's the 10-day trend line, the opportunity to catch up with it. And we have seen the volume weighted average price, I think, has slightly extended. The slope has gotten slightly steep at the moment. SOS up 5.62% currently in this live session. So let's look at other stocks and see what's going on with them. BRPA, Big Rock Partners, nothing going on in the pre-market. HPR, Hofv Resources down 0.21%. Mlnd down 1.74%. Skillz Inc up 0.91%. Elite Educational Group is down 1.7%. KZR Therapeutics up 0.48%. American Cloud Tech up 0.64%. Vericity Inc unchanged. Immutep Limited down 0.92%. Aerocentury is unchanged, so we return to SOS. Okay, now currently at 5.39% extension. DraftKings down 0.32%. Yeah, if you're there, give us a thumbs up. Feel free to drop a line in the comment box so that we can tell us whatever you think. Give us your opinion on things on SOS, and let's see how things go. So it's currently extending at 5.62% in this pre-market session. There are a few other stocks that are on the move, or just on the move before the market closed, but we can't get any figure on them. That is stock like BlueSphere. BlueSphere doesn't trade in the pre-market. It hasn't any data concerning it in the pre-market, but I think it was up 70% or thereabout. Yeah, for the past 20 minutes now, I believe SOS has not broken through this 4.5 level. For some, it has always been a source of support for some minutes now. So it has been finding a bottom there, currently trading above the 10-day trend line at the moment, but this consolidation can result in that 10-day trend line surpassing it, and also the 20-day trend line catching up very much. I see the 20-day trend line has just approached that 4.5 level now. So we're looking at an extension of 5.62% currently. So the market is going to resume or open in about an hour and 11 minutes or 10 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes. So we're just plotting extension and retracement levels for SOS. So our at 0% level is at 4.43, and our 100% is at 4.51, but this 100% is also where we picked it up from. So let's have a look at the candle, the solid candle, and see what's going on. Yes, I think it's still very much based on what the candles are saying. It seems the rally is likely to continue. There isn't any much influence from the bears concerning this. Okay, we can see that here. You can see that that's some bearish play there. But would that remain? Would that be sustained? Would that be sustained? But this is with the 1-minute type chart. So if it's erased, if it doesn't remain sustained, then it will not stick on this chart. So we'll see how things go. Okay, see, it's gone off because for that 1-minute period it was not sustained, so it's not going to remain there. So let's return to the line type, line style. Thank you very much for joining us. Give us a thumbs up, drop a line, drop a comment, and let's see what your opinion is, and let's see if there's any stock you want us to have a look at. Okay, it just retraced down to the 50% extension retracement level, which is at 4.47. Retraced down to the 38.2 retracement level, which is at 4 okay, now fluctuating between the 50 and the 38.2% retracement levels. Okay, you want us to have a look as FRSX. We will do that. We'll do that for you. FRSX. Foresight Autonomous. Okay, down 1.2% in this pre-market. So let's put some retracement and extension levels. So this is what's going on. It's down 1.2% in this pre-market session, but the MACD is above the signal line. Momentum is also strong, so volume is, yeah, I think just at 1,000. Okay, down again below the extension levels we have there, or rather retracement levels we have there. So it's quite volatile, I think. Quite volatile, yes. So let's have a look at what it's been down even on good news. Heavy on it. Okay, let's see what's going on here. FRSX. Foresight Autonomous. Auto components. I believe, did they make a LIDAR? Did they make LIDAR? LIDAR, LIDR. Okay, well, I think let's update this. Technically, I mean, the signals are all very much based on this one day. This is a daily type. You can see that this is based on the daily type. The technicals indicate the stock. If you are just looking at the trend lines, they are very much bearish. So the oscillators are also very, you can see they're also very much bearish, and the analysis is that it appears to be in a strong bullish trend. I don't see the bullish trend there. Let's see. Okay, over the past few sessions it was been retracing, but as at last week, it was towards the end of April, it was extending. But in any case though, I don't really think, obviously not bearish, it's not bullish. It's, what is it saying there? It appears to be in a strong bullish trend, unless it's as it concerns the 200-day trend line, but the stock itself is not bullish at all. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above 0 and rising, but it's lagging the S&P 500. Momentum is strongly bearish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is below 20, the level which many analysts call over. So this means that investors have been actively selling shares and driving the price lower. The unbalanced volume indicator is bearish. The slope of the indicator is negative and suggests that there is a lack of buying interest. So, but in any case though, this is where you don't need to lose faith. You don't need to lose faith now, because the signals are bearish at the moment. The market participants who left it in its state will come back again, because you can see it has since been, I mean, over half for some weeks now, if not months, it has been correcting and pulling back, you know, they're still going to come back. I know you may have lost a lot of value already, you know, depending on when you got in, but the technicals are, you know, indicating bearishness. But right now it's also presenting a very good buying opportunity, trading at a discount to all of those short-term trend lines, short and intermediate trend lines. See, the price for the 50-day trend line is at 599, the 20-day is at 482, the 10-day is at 469, and it's at 413. So it's opening a window, an opportunity, a door for more market participants to return to the stock. So I know it's you may have bought at a higher price, you know, but don't lose faith, don't lose hope. If you have more money on the sidelines, I would, you know, even consider you just looking at even buying more to give you an opportunity to get involved in any potential rally that might occur. Because I tell you, market participants are looking at what we are looking at right now. They are looking at this. It has retraced below its short and intermediate trend lines. They might want to come back in. So let's look at that chart we looked at over there on this. You can see where it is now. It's even trading below its volume weighted average price. This is the daily model. You can see that. So there's a window to get involved. You know, there's a window for more market participants to get involved in the stock. So if you have more, I would even suggest that if you have some money on the sidelines left, you know, probably buy more, you know, to ensure that if anything occurs now, any rally occurs now, because it will not continue to retrace unless there is something really wrong with the stock fundamentally and people are exiting it. So, but if that is not the case, then there's a good chance that it will pick up again. And I mean, any time from now, that is something that can happen. You know, it's something that can happen. And we have seen that repeatedly, especially with, I mean, indeed, with any stock. You know, once it's trading, you know, below those short-term and intermediate trend lines, I mean, it's clearly the time to buy. It's a dip. It has dipped. You know, so yes, I know you're reeling from the losses, but look at it from a different perspective. You know. What else? I wanted to say something concerning the stock. Let's see. Okay, let's have a look at let's close this and let's look at the candles and see what we can find out from, sorry, not the solid candles. We're not seeing anything. Okay, let's look at the daily model. Maybe you might see something there. Yeah, so it's looking very much bearish at the moment. Yes, you can see we have a red there and a red there, you know. So you can see that, you can see it's very much red here, red here, red here. The bears are winning this, and they will not continue to win it, you know. At some point we saw the bulls come in here, and here. That was not very far off as such. Okay, that was some time ago in April. So, but that was late April. But fingers crossed. Be positive. Remain positive. As a matter of fact, that like I've pointed out, it's even an opportunity for you to even buy more and, you know, ensure that you will participate in any potential rally that might occur, because it is gradually it's what is likely to occur. You know, the signals are very much bearish. This is a time to join in. You know, I know you're already there already, but you may have gotten in at a higher price, but the opportunity is there now to buy more. Yeah. So let's return to the line type. Okay, so it has lost, it has gained some 1% or thereabout already. I don't know whether to sell at lost or hold. I love SOS. SOS. Okay. Yeah, it's Scarlet Heart. Well, if you really want to sell, I would say, well, if you sell, also consider buying as well, because the stock is currently presenting a good buying opportunity. Okay, so yes, Yasin, yeah, hello SOS. We're covering SOS. Let's return to it. Let's return to SOS. Yes, it's at some point we had an extension of 6% in this session. At these levels, we had an extension of about 6%. Currently, we've retraced down to the 0% retracement level and up now above the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level. Currently, it's up 4.22% now. So this definitely has to be a serious shot in here. You can see that, and it's sustained. This is the 1 minute type. So if you have if you have this sort of graphic, it means that that was sustained. Over that period, it was sustained. That's why we can still see it. If it wasn't sustained, it wouldn't be there. So we definitely had some shot in here. This is definitely some shorting. So the market is opening in about less than an hour. So we have an extension of 3.98% currently. So it extended further to 4.45%. Momentum is strong and improving. MACD has fallen below the signal line again. Extension up to 4.68% now, just on the 50% extension level, 4.47. Momentum is at is overbought. The stock is overbought now at 80%. Yeah, if you're there, give us a thumbs up. Let's get going. So we have had some bullish enthusiasm concerning SOS today in this pre-market session. We just hope it will continue and sustain this and extend this gain further. Yeah, extension up to 5.39% now. At that 5.39%, it brings the stock in between the 76.4% retracement level and the 100% extension level. So we have other stocks we were looking at. Prpo is unchanged at the moment. Mlnd is up 3.37%. Hofv-Sos is up 0.82%. SOS up now at the just slightly below that 100% extension level. This is where we picked it up from. We picked it up from 4.51, so this is almost there. So we have an extension of 5.62 currently for SOS. retracing down to the 4.5 level at the moment. Momentum is strong at 100%, 9.9, 87.5% now. MACD above the histogram and rising. MACD above the signal line and rising. So the signals are all very much positive on SOS. So you may have heard that the SEC chairman, that's him, will testify before the U.S. House Financial Services Committee today, Thursday, the 6th of April 2021, and it says the SEC's chairman, Gary Gensler, has directed staff at the agency to prepare for potential new rulemaking and enforcement actions related to the recent short squeeze of shares in GameStop Inc. and all other so-called mini stocks, which could affect app-based stockbrokers and the market makers that execute a growing share of retail trades in America. So, according to prepared testimony for today's hearing before the House Financial Services Committee, Gensler has directed his staff to request public input on new rules that could set boundaries on what sorts of features online stockbrokers like Robinhood can employ on their smartphone apps, given accusations that these features encourage overuse of the app. Many of these features encourage investors to trade more, Gensler will tell the committee. And Gensler will also address payment for order flow, or the practice of market makers paying stockbrokers for the privilege of executing customer orders, arguing that it raises the questions of whether broker dealers have an inherent conflict of interest. In December 2020, Robinhood agreed to pay $65 million to the SEC to settle charges that it failed to properly disclose its practices of payment for order flow that it provided customers with in inferior execution prices in order to earn higher fees from market makers. Gensler will note to the committee that in the United Kingdom and Canada, the practice of payment for order flow is banned. Chairman also plans to express concerns about the size and power of market maker Citadel Securities, Robinhood's largest source of revenue, given that it executes 47% of all retail trades in US listed equities and options. History and economics tells us that when markets are concentrated, those firms with the greatest market share tend to have the ability to profit from that concentration. Gensler's testimony reads, market concentration can also lead to fragility, deter healthy competition, and limit innovation. Robinhood and Citadel were thrust into the headlines in January after the broker and some of its competitors restricted purchases of shares of GameStop and other companies championed on social media, where users argue they were being unfairly targeted by short sellers. Yeah, we'll see how things go. And concerning that, so we'll put that link for you to have a look. Yeah, SOS, pricey biscuit, we are looking at it. Yes, this is started. SOS has an extension of 5.15%. Now, at some point, we had more than 6%. You can see that, more than 6%. So if we are at 5.15 right now, so this might be up to 6%, or more than that. Or this might be 6% extension. So it's currently trading at 4.49 at the moment. The market is opening in about 45 minutes or 42 minutes. We also had a significant amount of short in here, from this 4.51 level, which was the 100% extension level. It was shorted down to the 50% retracement level or extension level, as the case may be, which was at 4.47. And it went on from there to traced all the way down to 4.45. And if those fellows made money, they may have put it back up there, and if they did, they are currently up to where they shorted it from. So it's currently at an extension of 4.92%. So let's see how things are going to turn out when the market opens. The market is opening in about 45 minutes. This is getting bullish again. 5.39% extension. Extending further, extending. Let's look at the candle. Let's see what's going to present. Yeah, we have a bearish candle here. You can see that. We don't have any. The closest we have of any bearish candle is here. That was some time ago. So it's all very much bullish at the moment based on the candlestick style. So you can see we're strongly bullish, up 5.85%. Yeah, if you're there, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, like and share. Thank you very much. So nicely extending to 4.51 now. For some time now, it's been seen for the past 11-10 minutes. It has been that 100% extension level, or the 4.5 level, $4.5 level has been resistance for SOS. The signals are all very much bullish. Oscillators are all looking up, and their slopes are all positive. So we're looking at an extension of 5.62% in this pre-market session. The market will open in about 38 minutes. after this retracement we saw from this, after the first major retracement we saw this in this pre-market session, which was the one that started here and continued downwards to the 0% extension level, which is at $4.43, and that occurred probably close to an hour 30 minutes ago. Since that time the stock has continued to extend, albeit with some retracements. We saw another retracement here, but the signals are very much bullish and the market participants are very much enthusiastic. So we're looking at an extension of 5.15% currently. So let's try and see whether there's anything. Okay, there isn't any sort of news at the moment. Hi there. What is SOS? SOS is a stock. Yes, we're pleased to meet you as well. What does the company do? Okay, it does. It sells insurance, and they're currently mining stocks, mining cryptocurrencies at the moment. Yes, so I think it mines Ethereum and Ether. Which coins? It's Ethereum and Ether. Yes, ET and BTC. So see, this is the chart of SOS currently. This is what's going on with the stock in the pre-market. It's up 5.15% at the moment. Yes, yesterday it announced its financial outcomes, and it was the figures were up by 330%, but that was not from mining. It was strictly from or mostly from insurance. So they didn't I think they didn't really give any figures concerning the number of coins they've mined or thereabouts, but They just recently started mining this year, 2021, and yeah, even though there's also some controversy about whether they own what they say they own and all that stuff, but yeah. Okay, well, I think their current price is it's worth it. It probably it should be more. It should extend further than it's currently undervalued. I believe it's currently undervalued. If you technically, I believe. So let's look at this daily chart. You can see where it's trading, just slightly below. It's short. This is the 10-day trend line, 20-day trend line, the 50-day trend line. So it's trading below there. So if anything, if that is anything to go by, then it's definitely undervalued at the moment, but slightly undervalued. So given all the interest that is associated with and all the balls associated with crypto assets, yes, it's undervalued. So I think amongst one of the reasons why it's currently undervalued, amongst other things, is because it's there's a lot of skepticism. Like I pointed out, there's some controversy concerning whether it actually owns, or whether it's, some disclosures it made, in the past, they have been contested. So a few of these short sellers have gone to do their research and are disputing some of their disclosures concerning rigs and stuff, mining rigs they own and all that stuff. So, but that is some of the issues that have been worrying market participants. So outside that, there are other remote issues that are not exactly affecting the stock, I believe. The other one, they are the fact that the company is in China, and it's in a jurisdiction where, there is less regard for human rights, and there isn't enough ESG over there. So I don't really think that is why the stock is currently undervalued. But these are some of the things people like Kevin O'Leary have been pointing out. Mining with electricity that's generated from fossil fuel and stuff like that. So definitely not why SOS is undervalued. It's undervalued because, amongst other things as well, also principally because short sellers have been at work, and also the people who are some of the market participants who are involved. What they do is that because they want, they want to ensure that when the stock reach its a certain level, the level they are looking at, their orders will be filled. So they place limit orders. Let me show you what they do, and that is it helps feed the cycle of short selling. So they place limit orders. You can see that if I have a position in SOS and I place limit order, if let's say let me check my bid, stop limit, I think one of those. Okay, let me see. Let's leave that limit. You can see let's assume I want to sell it at $10. I put it at $10, and then I place this order. Once you place this, the stock is currently trading at 4.53. Once you place that order, then obviously the stock is hanging. You have given the stock away to your brokers, and they are holding it till when it gets there. So within that time, they may lend it out, even though some might point out that of late now, whoever borrows those shares will pay you some interest. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is one of the things, short selling, and then the skepticism, they dispute about what they own or don't own. Those are the things that have kept it undervalued. Yeah. So we have an extension of 6.09% now. Okay, how much coin do they own? So this is growing from mining. Has anyone talked with the owners or their videos? I'm holding bngo. Should I sell or buy? Yes. Okay, let's look at bngo. Let's sorry, I didn't look at your post. Let me see. Let's look at bngo. Bionano genomics is down 2.17% currently. So it depends on when did you buy bngo? Are you I mean, do you want to sell? Have you made some money, or I mean, you're tired of it, or what? That's okay. Let's let's see what's going on. bngo. Yeah, it's trading at a discount to its short and intermediate trend lines, and it's been retracing since the end of April for some days now, more than a week now. So so do you okay? I said okay, bought it at 150. Okay, so you bought at 150, so you're definitely in the money. Yeah. Okay, and you have definitely more than tripled your money, I believe. So you okay, if you want to, okay, you want, and you want to, you're asking if you can sell your bngo and buy SOS. Yeah, by all means you can, sell some. And if you want to get into SOS, currently, see, this is what's going on with SOS. It's extending up 5.85%. The signals are bullish. I would still just say just hold on, just observe and see, the opportunity to buy the stock had since gone away. It was consolidating for some time, for some sessions. It was consolidating, trading sideways. That was the best opportunity. Right now it's up 5.62%. I know that is not a lot as such, but at this sort of level, it is a good. It's the signals are good for some market participants to get involved. But this, I wouldn't even say you should buy it now. Just hold on and see what's going to happen. In this coming session, if it retraces, especially below the short-term trend lines, you can buy. But just hold on to your bngo for now. But if you really have to sell it to buy other stocks, you can. There are other stocks as well. It really doesn't. It mustn't be SOS. But I'm not trying to dissuade you from getting involved with SOS or anything like that. But I can't say at the moment as well that you should just go and buy it right now with the current extension we're looking at. Even though this extension 4.92% gain is not a lot, but I'm always comfortable with a stock trading at much more comfortable levels below their short-term trend lines, especially. But this is the 1 minute live model, so but it doesn't tell you everything. So yeah. Yes. Okay, just hold on to your bngo. Yes, if you have money, just observe other stocks. There are a lot of biotech stocks. They are making people, they are making a lot of people millionaires, because sometimes they retrace and retrace, and then they are trading at a discount to everything, all their trend lines. and that may have been when you bought the stock, you know. So just exactly what you did to get into bngo, that's the I mean that's the approach you have to use. And biotech stocks, you know, any day they are, you know, especially the ones that don't have any controversy around them. Yeah. What do I think about MUDSW? Okay, I hold 5,000, 50,000. Okay, MUDSW. Okay, give us a thumbs up there. Let's Mark, give us a thumbs up. Let's look at MUDSW. MUDSW. Modric acquisition up 5.65%. Okay, so you have 50,000 there. Okay, when did you get in? Where did you get in? When did you at what price? Are you making money already? It's up 5.65% in this pre-market session. Okay, but at 6.20. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you're up about more than 5% now. Yeah, fingers crossed. I think in this case, I'm left to me is what I would even do is I don't even know what they do. Modric capital acquisition. I'm suspecting they may be trying to take a tech company public or something like that. Let me see. MUDSW, Modric capital acquisition. What do they call them? SPAC. It's okay. Oh, right. Oh, rather. Oh, that's their warrants. Sorry. So you have warrants. Yeah. Modric capital. Okay, let's see whether we can get any profile. Okay, Modric is a blank check company. The company's business model purpose is to effect a merger, capital, stock exchange, asset acquisition. Okay, so let's see. I can see sports collectible company tops to go public through 1.3 billion deal with Modric acquisition. Okay. Okay. So, and I believe this it's this sports collectible. Okay, tops is probably has NFTs. Yes, I think so. I'm suspecting. So, yeah. By all means, you know. What I can even say concerning this Modric is, I mean, this is just my opinion. If it extends, okay, yes, NFTs are, yes, that's true, yes. But if it extends and extends, you know, you can. It's a sort of stock you can also maybe take some money off the table, even in this session. I mean, I know. Let's look at this 6 point. And okay, let's see. Modric. Okay, so you bought the warrants. Okay, not the stock itself. Yeah. Okay. We don't have any coverage of the warrants, but we have. Okay, we're looking at the warrants here, right? Okay, so yeah. Yeah. By all means, you know. Yeah. I mean, but in it, as I was saying, if you have to, you know, left to us or left to me, I would say. Yeah, if this extends a bit, you know, I can take some money off the table. going by what is going on right now, because where you bought it from 6.2 is not far off from where it's currently trading at. So if you're really confident about holding on, if you think it's going to extend further, then by all means stay there. But I just feel it's a bit too close to its current price at the moment, and it's a warrant. And I mean, not that there's anything wrong with warrants, but yeah, I'm only trying to say that if you want to get involved with other stocks, that's probably, you can use that money and do so and all that stuff, So, but if you want to remain there, because NFTs, yes, they are getting more popular, and we're also trying to cover them more and more, yes, so, but just observe and see how things go, yeah. Yeah, NFTs are definitely hot for sure, yeah, and yeah, getting more popular, So let's return and see what's going on with SOS. Okay, extension is at 5.39% now. So at some point we had the extension. This extension must have definitely more than 6%. Yeah. So it has retraced again. We can see this retracement, the stuff of short sellers. But since that time, after that retracement, it has struggled to extend, and but extension has prevailed now. So let's see what this looks like with the candles. Let's see what it looks like with the candles. Yeah, you can see that it's boldly red. This is definitely unambiguously short sellers. You can see that red. See that red, that even if that red even was, it began at while the extension was going on. Can you imagine that? There. So let's return and see. Let's look at it from a different picture. Let's get this. Yeah, you can see that. I think this is where it began. Yeah, so somewhere around here. So the bears started to sell off at this, while the stock was in trend at the moment, at then. So yeah, this is where they had a very big tussle. See, they all match each other, but the bears have the bulls have taken over, but we see them here coming back. To see the bears coming back here with this red candle here. So the extension is at 5.39% for SOS. Okay, marijuana stocks. Yeah. Do you know of HCMC? It's not absolutely a marijuana stock. It's somewhat related. It's vaping and other stuff, but that's, if it's currently more popular than any marijuana stock. Marijuana stocks, yes, we'll do our best to look at them. Yeah. So volume is looking good on SOS, up 22. We're looking at a figure of 22,338 at the moment. See, run up again of 6.09%. Okay, okay, we want to know about them. Okay, OGI and British Tobacco just invented OGI. Okay, how about OGI? Okay, let's look at OGI. Organigram holdings, okay, down 0.38%. Do you have a position in Organigram, Mark? Currently trading below all of its short and intermediate trend lines based on this 1 minute model. Based on this 1 minute model, let's look at the daily model and see what it is like. Yes. Okay. If the fundamentals are right for Organigram, I would it's definitely a buy. Yeah. If you're confident about it, and if you're it's based on what is going on right now. Based on the daily picture, on the daily model, it's trading below its short and intermediate trend lines, and also based on the 1 minute model, which is the live session, it has even retraced. It's also doing so. So technically, I would say it's a buy. If you're confident about it, you can always get involved. But I'd also bear in mind that it can indeed retrace even further. So I don't know what Organigram does. Let's see. OGI. Large position in OGI, but high at 300. But high at 300. I mean, did it ever reach $300? I mean, how much you spent? Okay, let's look at OGI here. Okay, maybe you meant you bought at $3. Okay, $3, yes. Spent 300,000. Okay, yeah. You should have. In any case, that's the past now. Yeah, now is even. I mean, based on what's going on now, this is even a better time. But this is a better time to get involved. When you bought it at 3, rather, let me see, 6. When you bought it at $3, this that may be sometime. Let me think, maybe around April or thereabout, early April, or maybe or something like that. I'm not sure. So yes, it has since retraced. Yeah. So yes. It's currently going against you at the moment. So if you're not very comfortable, if you're if you feel now, if you're not comfortable, you can always take some money off the table concerning it. But at the same time as well, just like one of the ones I covered, I looked out for you. I think it's also presenting a buying opportunity for market participants. Currently, it's trading below all of its short and intermediate trend lines, and we have seen that at some point when it was after the 20th of April. It retraced, and you can see that. You can see what is going on here below all of those short and intermediate trend lines. Look at them. This one, the 10-day, 20-day, 50-day, and after that, it's extended again. So if you're really uncomfortable, you can maybe take the money off the table or set it off completely, and take the loss, or you leave it there, just take some money off of the table at the moment. Or if you have more money, you can, this is probably the time to even buy more. This is a better time than when you did. You know, I want to believe that when you did was sometime in April. You know, so okay, and you want to set it and go to GSAT. But if you have to, if you really want to do so, you know, let's look at GSAT and see what's going on there. If you want to cut your losses, you know, feel free. Yes. Okay, GSAT is up 0.83%. Let's look at the daily model. Okay, there. Okay, GSAT is also trading at a premium to its short-term trend lines, or maybe just about the same price with its short-term trend lines. So the 20-day is at 1.14. The 10-day is same as it. So the signals are well, it's a bit mixed at the moment. You know, I would say for if you feel comfortable about that, you know, currently it's trading based on a live session. It's below. It's trading at a discount to those trend lines. If the market opens, you know, you can always and if you've done your due diligence, you feel comfortable about it, you know, Global Star. Yeah, if you do, just bear in mind that if you do so, the same thing might also occur with the OGI as well, you know. But currently it's based on this 1 minute model, live model. It's a good time to get involved with it. It's a good time, but in the bigger picture is not as good as the 1 minute. The daily model, the daily picture is not as good as the 1 minute picture. You know, so if you feel comfortable with it, by all means, you know, get involved. I mean, OGI, yeah, you can probably sell and leave some there in OGI and see how things go there. You know, don't take off everything completely. I mean, this is what I'm thinking if I'm going to do, if I'm in your position, you know. So, but at the same time as well with GSAT, I would even want to see it even, you know, very much like what we're looking at here in the case of OGI. You know, I would want to get involved when it's at this sort of level. But you know, it doesn't come every day, doesn't come easily. You can continue to wait, and the stock will continue to extend, and the opportunity will go away. So if you want to disregard the technicals and just you know, get involved because of the fundamentals and where your gut instincts and your research has you know, pushed you to, yeah, by all means do so. Okay, earnings for GSAT that's this today. Okay, so if the earnings turn out to be positive, then the stock might even extend further, you know, and that opportunity might disappear technically, though, you know. But yeah, so let's see now. So GSAT, that's yeah, but in any case though, if it's currently now up 1.67%, so I wouldn't advise you to buy it when it's, you know, on the move, when it's red hot and rising, you know, because the risk is very much there, you know. So The risk is also there when it's retracing, when it's going down, because you don't know when it's gonna where the bottom is and all that stuff. So you know, you decide what you're going to do. So yeah. But the reason why I'm pointing all of these things out is a majority of certain market participants, they buy it when the stock is cheap, and then and it's almost like clockwork. Once it's cheap, there's a good chance it will extend, just like we saw in this Organigram's case, and indeed a lot of pharma stocks, and indeed all stocks. When they are all looking at this now. Once it continues to retrace, they continue to observe the digest the data and all that stuff. So yeah, the risk is absolutely there. That's the money is also. If the risk is there, then that is where the money is. That's why people are involved. That's why people are involved. So what's your thought on American disregarding patents? Okay, well, as it concerns, I think Biden has now backed the relaxation of patent restrictions, so it's helpful. But what the manufacturers are saying is that the what is it called again? The logistics and the supply chain that is needed is also a big issue. So yeah. Can I point out what volume is that? Okay, how can you see volume? Okay, so what sort of applications are using? This is Street Smart Edge on Charles Schwab. So if you want to see volume, you can, if you're involved in this. This is what we do here. It says add view all. Okay, add a study. So this is the stock, the chart itself, and then this is an oscillator, the 14 period slow stochastic oscillator. This is the MACD histogram. I think it's also on a oscillator as well. So the market has just opened. So let's uncheck these and this. So you can see global star is up 1.67%. So if you want to add volume, you just simply type volume here. So you have unbalanced volume, average volume over time. So let's we just added unbalanced volume. Okay, that's added. Okay, so this is unbalanced volume, so it gives you a volume here. You can see the volume here. It's a negative 5.7. okay, but you can remove it and just simply use a basic volume. So let's add a basic volume, just regular volume. Yeah, add. Same thing. You can see that. So you can see the volume here. This is the 1 minute volume, 1 minute type. So it will continue to read here. So that's the sort of things you can do. Yeah. So Global Star, the stock you mentioned, is up 2.14%. So let's look at SOS and see what's going on with it. It's up 2.22%. So it retraced. What we are looking at now is something totally different from what we are looking at in the pre-market session. So it's now okay. So let's see now where the SOS is concerning the global picture. Let's see whether it's presenting a good buying opportunity. You can see, yeah. So it hasn't run away that much. Still very much below those short-term trend lines. The 10-day trend lines are 3 to 34, so it's slightly above that 10-day trend line. For the 50-day trend line is at 445, so it's below, it's in between the 10-day and the 50-day. So but I'm personally not that comfortable, you know, if not completely comfortable. I would want to see it trading below the both short-term trend lines at least, you know. So let's see, fingers crossed, whether SOS will extend and reach the sort of levels. Well, this is the sort of levels we was at in the pre-market, about 3%, even though it was more than double. It was more than double that. Yeah. So currently retracing now. So the volume for SOS is right here. You can see that. So it's getting some support from the 200-day trend line based on this 1-minute model, and also trading below its volume weighted average price currently. The short-term trend lines are extending or very much bullish. The signals are bullish there. So SOS up 3.21% in this live session. So MACD is above the signal line and sustained up there. 14 period slow stochastic oscillator is not that bad, currently at 52.07. Slightly extending and extending into our okay, you can see that up 4.57% now. Now in the Fibonacci extension levels or retracement levels we plotted earlier on. Up 4.2% currently. So at the open we had a high volume. Of 453,000. So it's gradually extending upwards, up 4.36% currently. BNGO live trading and okay, let's look at BNGO. Yes, it's down 1.8%. This is live. This is what's going on live. but even though it has retraced 1 it's also very much bullish. Yeah, so what do you want to do, or you want to look at it? Okay, so yes, this is the one you bought at 150, right? I believe so. Yeah, indeed. It's also, yeah, since you have made up to 3 times what you put in, yeah, you can easily take some money out there and buy cheaper ones, buy cheaper stocks that are trading at a discount to their short and intermediate trend lines. It's even possible to find them trading at a discount to all of its trend lines, the short, intermediate, and long-term trend lines. So yeah, it's, you know, this is the sort of position where you can shave off some money and see what you can do with it. Just buy cheap, you know. Ignore the ones that are already very bullish. The sentiments and fundamentals are wonderful, but if you didn't get there on time, you know, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't. But the market has no pity for you. You know, they wanted I mean, it's not as if they are targeting anybody, but there's, I mean, everybody is a potential bag holder, you know. So, and you become a bag holder when you buy it, when you are stopped with it, and it's you bought high and it's, you know, probably not moving up or probably retracing, you know. So yeah, currently it's just slightly down 0.81%, you know. MACD is has a very bullish signal there. Momentum is at strong as well. Yeah. Yeah, this was the bounce. This was the bottom, evidently, you know. So yeah, what since it has currently, it is currently above this short-term trend lines, there's a good chance it might retrace, you know. So currently what is going on is some scalping, you know. People are taking short gains, you know, just doing short-term day trading here, you know. So that's what's going on at the moment. So if you're really afraid, you can, you know, you're already up by more than, I believe, 300% or thereabouts. So yeah, see what you can do. So it's currently pulling back, but at the moment consolidating, very much, just pretty much consolidating at the moment. Yes. Yeah, I mean, evidently you have, you know, you have that record. I mean, since you did well with the bngo, yeah, you can always do well in the others. Always, you know, just you know, my advice is buy cheap, you know. Yeah, absolutely. You're, I mean, you are highly experienced. I mean, you are accomplished by doing that, by, you know, 56,000 into 7 million. You know, I have been trading for how many years now, and I've not been able to succeed in doing that. So yeah, you know. Absolutely, yes. Buying cheap, the only way, and absolutely, you definitely nailed it with bngo, you know. So yeah, But also be careful as well, because what happened in the past has no influence on what is going to happen in the future. Your experience is in the past. It's the future is totally different from the past. Even though the picture looks familiar, but it is totally not the same at all. Absolutely not the same. Okay, you're going to buy GSAT now. Let's look at GSAT. Okay. So don't use your don't just judge what you're looking at right now. Don't use the entire experience of your past to deal with what you are facing right now. So just judge what is going on, and then you now add some experience of of what you have done or what So so GSAT is up 0.93%, trading below its, based on this live model, 1 minute live model. Yeah, which is quite somewhat sedate, at least not too risky. Not trading above those. Hasn't run away from all these trend lines. So yeah. Okay, yeah. So any day, feel free to communicate us. You can see our email address on our YouTube page. You can email, and we can always talk. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for engaging us here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you. Yes, we can work together. Yes, yes, yes. Where are you? Where are you right now? I'm currently in London at the moment. Yes, thank you very much. We love that. Absolutely. Okay, you're in Thailand, is it? Taiwan, is it? Where's TY? Okay, thank you. Okay, meant. All right. Oh, that's cool. Yes, yes, yes. You woke up early. Yes. Yeah, I know, Mark. I know you have to get back to work anytime, man. We you can always reach us. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much, Mark. You have made our day. You have lightened up this session. Thank you very much. Bye. Yes. So yes, let's go back and see what SOS is doing. SOS up 2.11% currently, getting some support from the 50-day trend line currently. So we were looking at we want to look at BLSP, Blue Sphere up 31, up 50%. Oh my goodness. HCMC is unchanged. DPLS CWSFF. Blue-Sphere up 3.33%, getting support from the 10-day trend line. That there was some news out there earlier on yesterday, the 5th of May, that the restrictions in Nevada has been lifted, but I don't exactly know what those restrictions are or where, but it's definitely behind what we're looking at right now, this extension. 31.67%. Yesterday was up 70%, so overall it's up more than 100% in 2 sessions. So let's look at BLSP, Blue-Sphere. We have a position there as well. There's usually no news. There's no news there. So we're trying to see whether we can get any news. So there isn't any official news as such concerning Blue-Sphere. So Blue-Sphere currently has an extension of 28.33%. Okay, so it has extended on light volume. Can you imagine? The volume currently stands at 570,000. Okay, let's look at the daily model and see. That will give us a good picture. See, the volume is light. 51 million. Okay, let's return to the 1-minute model. Okay, it seems we're going to call this session a day, and we will continue again later on today. Thank you very much for watching this.